Y'all, here's 5 things that every black boy must know. And if they don't, you are going to single-handedly ruin their whole motherfucking life. All right, y'all. So rule number 1 is going to be identity and self-worth. And without this, a lot of up things can take place in life. Without a strong understanding of their history and their origin story, which I literally touch on the minute you open a family Bible, a lot of them end up following false narratives about themselves when it comes to their worth and their potential. They also become more vulnerable to the bullshit because they have outside influences rather than genuine ones that's giving them the real about themselves and how they really should carry themselves, whether it be social media, entertainment, television, outside voices, women, men, children, whatever the case may be. There's people watching this video right now that don't know who they genuinely are, and the version of themselves that they are today was not created solely from them. All right, y'all, rule number 2 is an absolute must, and I know y'all done heard this one a million times, and I'll remind you again, financial literacy, y'all. Without financial education, most of our children will fall into a cycle of debt, bad spending habits, and living paycheck to paycheck, like most people that's probably watching this video. A lack of knowledge about assets often leads to unnecessary spending on liabilities, like a lot of people watching this video, while missing opportunities to actually build wealth. And then poor financial decisions catch up to their ass in the future, like most people right now watching this video. All right, y'all, rule number 3 is an absolute must living in this country, being a black man, whether it comes to relationships or just your day-to-day. You're going to need this emotional intelligence and mental health. Without emotional control, they become reactive instead of strategic, leading to bad decisions and heated moments. I've been telling you guys all the time about making permanent decisions over temporary moments, and I keep telling you the only thing more dangerous than an emotional woman is an emotional man. Another one, they may suppress emotions due to fear of appearing weak, which leads to depression, anxiety, and self-harm. So encourage your boys to be vocal. Encourage your boys to articulate. Encourage your boys that it's okay to express how they feel. Lastly, y'all, unchecked mental health issues increase the risk of substance abuse, violence, and self-isolation. That one is self-explanatory. It's somebody watching this video right now that get up every day and drink and smoke their problems away. Only issue is the problem don't leave permanently. It's only a temporary fix. All right, y'all, so one of the biggest ones on this list for me is education and critical thinking. Critical thinking is absolutely necessary in this era that we live in. And I know a lot of people don't even know the definition of it, so I know for sure they're not exercising it. But let's get into it. Number 1, without strong critical thinking skills, believe everything they see on TV, social media, the internet. That is a no-brainer. I don't even got to get into that one. All of us know a that see a headline, run with it, don't know about themselves, think they know everything about the world because they read one goddamn sentence. Number 2, they become easy targets for scams, propaganda, and misinformation. Basically what I was just saying. And lastly, lack of financial, legal, and business knowledge often leads to getting trapped in bad contracts, loans, or job offers. That's why most people want upside down loans. That's why most people be signing up, getting prison time they didn't know they was going to get. And I can go on and on. Y'all, critical thinking is a absolute must. Believe half of what you see and goddamn none of what you hear. Y'all know one of the most important things to me, I've been pushing it since the day y'all met me, is survival skills, understanding how to handle emergencies, and for sure protecting yourself. And again, most people, not just the children or the boys, but mom and daddy included, do not know how to protect themselves or protect their family in a time of crisis. Number 2, most people, not just the children, mama and daddy included, are dependent on the system, unaware how to grow food, purify water, or defend themselves, whether lethal or non-lethal. Y'all across the street with your face in the phone, so I know goddamn well you're not being a proper example for them boys. Last but not least, y'all, most people, not just the children, mama and daddy included, are unprepared for economic collapse, natural disasters, or any form of emergency outside of being able to call 911. And in conclusion, I'm just here to remind you don't have to be your child's biggest influencer. The homegirls will, the homeboys will, social media, television. Prison will raise them if you don't want to raise them. No problem. For the people who are serious, still click the link in the bio. Do not forget, in celebration of my 13th year anniversary as an entrepreneur, we're sponsoring the next 1,300 families to get their family Bible and lifetime access to our community for a whole $13. And this is definitely a section, I believe it's on page like 220, where I talk about literally creating a custom-made handbook and guidebook for your sons and your daughters. If you do not lead them, do not worry. The system will.